You see, when the kingdom of God is present, power flows. And what characterizes the people of Christ throughout the ages is transformation of character and supernatural power. Those two things that always follows. When Jesus brought the kingdom, he brought manifestation. And we need to learn how to step into that and be a part of it. That's a major part of what it means to be the church. If you're thinking of a group of people, as we often do with reference to a church, they should be a center of supernatural power that is flowing out from them, sometimes without them knowing it, but sometimes with them consciously directing it. And that you see in the New Testament. So we don't just invoke and we don't just expect. We inject. An injection is the third thing I would mention to you practically that goes into being the church. Now the world is waiting on the redemptive presence of the people of Christ. Eventually he will be over it all. But we are now in a process where we are learning how, as subject to Jesus Christ, we are present as a redemptive community in our world. And let me just finish with that point. We are not the church when we come to church. If we're not the church before we come to church, the church won't matter much. And that's where we are today, generally speaking. We have meetings, nothing wrong with that, but the people are the church, and they are the church in their community. Discipleship is not a religious thing. The church is for discipleship. Discipleship is for the world. Discipleship is for the banks, the armies, the police, elected officials, entertainment. Wherever the redeemed people of God are present with Christ before them, with invocation of Christ where they are, expectation of his action in what they are doing, and the insertion or injection of the kingdom of God through their word and deed, wherever that is present, then the church is going forth. By the way, they need it at the banks. The banks are in trouble because of the sinful foolishness of people. Our government is in trouble because of the sinful foolishness of people. Multitudes of individuals, you see. What is needed in the world of finance and government and education and the police and the military and all, what is needed is the presence of the kingdom of God through individuals who live there as disciples and companions of Jesus. There will not be justice in this world until there are enough just people distributed throughout the population to see to it that justice is done. We can't get these problems solved by systems. They can only be solved by the presence of Christ in the world. And that is for people who want it and who learn how to do it as disciples of Jesus. Well, now I've run my time out, and so let's just say, Lord, will you give to us what is right and good in what has been said, and let anything that is wrong disappear from our minds. But cause your word and your resurrection power to enter our lives and to set us solidly in your world with you as your people. In the name and honor of Jesus, we ask this. Amen.